City Council will now come to order. The chair calls on City Clerk Ivan Nelson for the roll call.
Councilman Harris.
Here.
Williams.
Here.
Avery.
Here.
Eccles.
Here.
Stewart is absent today. Councilman Cannon.
Here.
And Reed.
Here.
We have a quorum present. Our meeting is open for business. I'm going to ask Councilman Cannon to lead the invocation. Please stand and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Our most gracious Heavenly Father, Lord, thank you for what you've given us, Lord. Ask, Lord, to be with this council, Lord, this administration, Lord, as to try to do business for the city, Lord. And we ask, Lord, just to bless the people that's not with us today, Lord, the council meeting, Lord. We have some regular people that's not with us, Lord. Just bring them back safe to us next week. We just thank you for our great city. For your name and for your sake, I pray. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The chair will entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the work session and the City Council meeting held on June 24th.
So moved.
Second.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to approve minutes.
The chair will entertain a motion to ratify payment of the accounts for the week of June 20th through the 26th.
So moved.
Second.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to ratify payment of the accounts.
Proclamations, Mayor.
Yes, we got one.
I'd like to ask Ms. Sherry Ramirez to come up, please, ma'am. Whereas the city of Gadsden is proud to welcome all former students of Central and Carver High School as they celebrate their 10th alumni reunion Tuesday, July 1st through Thursday, July 3rd, 2014. Whereas it is fitting and appropriate that the citizens of this community recognize that these two high schools' vital contributions to the area by providing outstanding education for many years. Whereas in honor of this historic occasion, wine, sparkling cider, cheese reception, and get reacquainted luncheon at Gadsden Convention Hall will be held Tuesday, July 1st at 11:30 a.m. Veterans Assistance Foundation's memorial unveiling ceremony, dedication plaques to alumni killed in combat at Carver Square Tuesday, July 1st at 6 p.m. A motorcade on Tuscaloosa Avenue at Carver Square Wednesday, July 2nd at 11 a.m. Central Carver Day at Carver Square Wednesday, July the 2nd at 12 noon. The Branches, Friends, Old School Sock Hop with music and attire of the 50s, 60s, and 70s at the Amvet Club 231 Wednesday, July the 2nd at 9 p.m. And a business meeting in George Baker Room at Carver Gym Thursday, July 3rd at 11:30 a.m. with a reunion dance at Gadsden Convention Hall Thursday, July 3rd from 8 until 11:45. Therefore, I, Sherman Guyton, Mayor of the City of Gadsden, do hereby proclaim July 1st through July 3rd as Central and Carver High School Reunion Days in our city, and pledge to do all in our power to make you and your family visit a most pleasant and memorable experience.
I would just like to say thanks to the city of Gadsden for all your cooperation for the times that you've done this in the past and for what you're doing for us now. And I look forward to seeing you here tomorrow afternoon. Thank you.
Okay. Unfinished business? We have none. 9 is a resolution reappointing members to the Design Review Board. This reappoints Dr. Lewis Mitchell, Ben Conley, Jonathan Copeland, and Scott Heinzman for terms expiring June the 30th, 2015. Terrence Lane and Kevin Ferguson for terms expiring June the 30th, 2016. And Wesley Williams, Howard Warren, Ed Watley and Kenny Sylvie for terms expiring June 30th, 2017. Chair will entertain a motion to adopt this resolution.
So moved. Second.
Is there any discussion? Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
10 is a resolution appointing members to the Zoning Board of Adjustment. This reappoints John Key, Jim Day, for terms expiring May the 18th, 2017. Chair will entertain a motion to adopt this resolution.
So moved.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
New business, is there any new business?
Yes, Mr. President, I have one item that I'd like to ask for unanimous consent to consider today. It's a resolution awarding bid number 3269 for 2014 street resurfacing.
Second.
Clerk?
Those in favor to consider the resolution today as an item of new business, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, consent has been granted.
Move to adopt.
Second.
Is there any discussion?
Yes, Mr. President, as the resolution title states, this is the 2014 street resurfacing bid, and it's being awarded to J and D Enterprises. I will defer to the city engineer now to talk about any particulars as it relates to the timeline and the scope.
A list of the streets that this includes will be included on our website, and I won't get on to Andy to have for the newspaper. The timeline, it would begin about 30 days from now, and it's a 120-day contract. So it'd be close to the end of the year by the time it'd be done, depending on weather. But around, it'll probably flow over into the new year.
I think it ought to be said that it's $2,153,293.25. That used to be a big job.
Absolutely. Used to be.
Now with all of what it is of making the asphalt, it's not a big job, but it's a lot of money for us to be having to spend on the streets. Just want to let other people know we're trying to put all the money we can in getting our streets fixed. This winter's been bad on them, really bad on them. We won't get everything we'd like done with that, but it'll be a big deal.
It's a big dent. It used to be $2 million, we could do a whole lot of
You're
dents.
not kidding, we used to not do more than about $1 million at a time.
Right.
Okay,
We've been doing that every 2 years, Chad, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so it's, we're glad we got the money to do it.
I see where Congress is talking about possibly going up on the gasoline tax because they're having problems funding major road projects all over the country.
I got a
They
better
finally
idea.
realize, what's that?
I got a better idea, but they won't do it.
What's that?
A 7% sales tax on
Internet?
the internet and the catalog people.
I'd settle for that. They could pay off the debt. Not only redo.
I wonder how much that would add to the be. It would be a tremendous amount. It would help pay off the debt.
Yeah, but you can't get those.
If you don't buy anything on the internet, it wouldn't cost you anything. It's really not a tax on the people. Unless somebody like Shane who buys everything on the internet. These young people.
People on the farm.
Yeah.
It's a user fee, right?
Well, it's not fair to the local people. It's just not fair
Yeah. Local
to
business.
be able to buy on the internet with no tax. If you go downtown, you pay 9%. That's unfair. Anyway,
A level playing field.
I'm gonna vote for you for Congress.
I'd have to have somebody take me up there. Okay,
We gotta take a vote.
all we need is a vote,
We need to vote.
and we'll vote it.
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
Is there any other new business? Department reports, committees, are there any?
Mr. President, I would just like to remind everyone that the qualifying for the candidates for mayor and city council in the upcoming city elections begins tomorrow,
What
8
time?
o'clock, 8 a.m. And you come to the city clerk's office on the 4th floor of the city hall building. And the qualifying period will continue until July the 15th, and it will end at 5 p.m. on that date. Qualifying fee is $50.
I wonder how long that $50 has been in.
Since day one.
I know it's been in 20-something years, because I've had to pay $50 every time.
What was it based on originally?
And I don't know what it was based on, but it's really, all the work that has to be done now on an election, $50 qualifying fee is just not anything. I don't know who makes a decision on what it should be, but it should be looked into.
I think we,
It's a state law, but the council does set the qualifying fee, but the maximum is 50, so.
From a state.
from the state, okay.
Thank you. Thank you, Alan.
It used to be, and I think they did that for a reason, because of making sure everybody had access to be able to run.
Right.
But back in the days, when they had parties, you qualified through the parties. And it was, if I remember correctly, 2% of the salaries of the office that they were running for. And I think they still do that on the state level now. But when cities used to run,
It's a lot more than that, though.
yeah, when cities used to run by parties, back in the 70s, I'm not sure if they did away with party elections, late 70s, early 80s. But now all cities are non-partisan, but it used to be 2% of whatever job you were running for, so.
It's just like the formula that we use to derive our paving money from the gas tax. It's dated, and
It's
it
dated.
really needs to be looked at and reviewed.
I'll vote for you for state representative then.
I'd like to have it. Somebody's gonna take me up.
I mean, that's where the changes are made. Yeah.
Any other new business? Okay, Ben, you want to start?
Sure, I might as well. I can't see Billy way down there, but I did want to congratulate him, mostly Johnny, on their anniversary, 46 years yesterday they were married. And I might say that applause was for Johnny.
Yes, it was.
And the other announcement is we have a celebrity amongst us, Mr. Chad Hare, who won the left-handed state golf championship. When Saturday?
Yes,
I hope it wasn't a working day.
yes.
Okay. Saturday, but he is on the other side of the ball, but he is the left-handed champion of Alabama, right?
Yes.
All right.
That's 2 out of the last 3 years.
I tell you, this is amazing. The other one I had, I was looking for Kay Moore to be here to talk about First Friday, and I didn't see her here. So I'm hoping Andy will give every effort to that Friday event. And also, Andy, be sure and put in there the Gadsden Patriots Association 9 p.m. fireworks.
Ben?
And the Edgewater Youth Orchestra after
After
the
that.
fireworks at the amphitheater.
But you know, there's so many bands and food sources and everything going on Friday. It's unbelievable if you wanted to name them all, you know. So I think it's important that Andy follow up with that. We appreciate it, Andy, Chairman. That's all I have.
Billy?
Thank you, Mr. President. I really just hope everybody have a safe, enjoyable 4th of July. Enjoy it, you know, be careful, do whatever fireworks that are within, in accordance with the city ordinances, you know, and the police chief will be out, I'm sure, trying to make sure that everybody's safe. The only other thing I have is that I'm going to serve as a reminder today, but we'll talk about this some more in the future, that the Cram the Van event sponsored by the Family Success Center.
That's gonna be held, on August the 2nd at 11, from 11 to 2 at East Gadsden and Atala Walmarts. Now, we're asking that everybody come out. All donated supplies will be distributed by the principals at each school, and the parents need to contact them and let them know that they are in need of assistance with supplies for their children. And the elementary schools that are to receive supplies are Atala Elementary, West End, Highland Spring, Duck Spring, Abilene, Walnut Park, Stripling, Adams, Donahue, Mitchell, Floyd, and Thompson. Those are the schools that will participate in the family van, so we hope that you will go out to those two businesses and donate those supplies because they're greatly needed by our elementary schools.
Johnny?
Thank you, Mr. President. I just want to make sure everybody, tell everybody, I hope we have a good, safe 4th of July. That's all I got.
David?
Thank you, Mr. President. Just a couple of quick items. Just a reminder that we heard during the proclamation some dates and times of some of the Central Carver and Carver reunion activities. So we ask that people would please go out and support that. Those are going to be some good events over the upcoming week. We also heard an appeal a couple of weeks ago from the group that will be producing and driving the audition activity for the play To Kill a Mockingbird. Andy, can you help me with the dates and times?
Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at 6 at the Ritz.
At the Ritz. Okay. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of this week. I'm hoping Thursday is another day that's in there because I have some availability that day. But again, one of the appeals was for minority participation for some of the minority characters. That's probably the greatest Alabama novel that we'll witness in our lifetime. So it'd be great to have some high level of participation in these auditions. So please go out and support that.
You know, the movie premiere here in Gadsden.
Yeah, that is right. That's right. That would be good for me. That's right. So again, let's make sure that we go out and support that. And the only other thing is I'll speak to an event that I attended on yesterday. It was a graduation tea at New Destiny Church in North Gadsden. And it's not uncommon. There are other churches who do this, but it was a ceremony or an event celebrating graduation and the achievements of people academically at that church. But what I'm finding, folks, that in the model that is our community and our education system, is becoming more and more important that we tap our churches as a viable resource within that model, because that's where you really gain a meaningful volunteer element. And that's what's missing in many respects to our young people. So the reason I bring that up here is I'd like everyone here to go back to our respective churches and make sure. There'll be some opportunities coming soon, I can assure you. But I want you to go back to your respective churches and get your pastors energized about driving volunteerism in the school system through your churches, because I think that's going to be important to help fill some of the gaps that we have in education. That's it.
Robert?
Thank you, Mr. President. Just to piggyback a little bit on what you said, and I always reiterate, we had our NBC Leo meeting in Connecticut. Had an opportunity to visit Steve Perry's school. I don't know if a lot of people know about Steve Perry, but his school has a 100% graduation rate. Let me repeat that, a 100% graduation rate. Public school, located next to a public housing complex. Every last one of his students go to college or trade school after graduation. And the question becomes, what is he doing different than what we should be doing right here in our community? And it's a public school, plain and simple. At the beginning of the school year, he makes all the students, all the parents, and all the teachers sign a contract. And then they hold everybody to that contract. 2 weeks in, if you break the contract, you're out. 6 weeks in, you break the contract, you're out. And it's just plain and simple. I found that if you expect and tell people what you expect of them, they will perform. And we just don't have that expectation. off of that soapbox. This is the week that we're gonna be celebrating Carver reunion. I'm looking forward to it. Everything kicks off tomorrow. Gonna have a whole lot of fun. I was just sitting here thinking, Billy, that the last graduation class was 1971. Well, that class group is getting old. So we will have to do a whole lot of celebrating quick and fast. But I'm looking forward to seeing some old friends and stuff. I've had contact from several of our old friends, and one person who said they hadn't been back since they graduated, so we know that's been at least, 40 years ago. So I'm excited about that. And then also, not only coupled with the Carver reunion that's going to start tomorrow and go through the 3rd, that first Saturday is also coming up. So there's going to be a lot of activities this week, a lot of people in town, so we're asking everybody to be safe. And please, ma'am, and please, sir, come out and enjoy yourself, whether you attend the Carver or not. I think most of us probably know someone or have relatives who did attend, so we're just asking everybody to come out and have a good time this week.
Mr. President, I'll just lift one other item up that's gonna be happening that I think is very, very, very critical to this reunion this year that has never happened before. It is not part of the Carver reunion. However, the event is gonna be carried on during the time when a lot of people that graduated from Central and Carver High School are here. And that is the dedication, the plaques, the bronze plaques that have been done up by veteran assistants, Jason Young, who resides in California, has headed up this project. And what's happening is there are gonna be 7 plaques dedicated to those men, and men, they were all men at that time, who have died serving the country that attended Carver Central Elementary School. That's gonna be at 6:30 tomorrow, Tuesday evening, if I'm not mistaken. 6:30,
I think so.
Yeah.
Tuesday evening at 6:30 on Carver grounds. So I encourage you to come out. This will be a full military type of program, you know. Have various people from all branches of the military to be there to make this. And then afterwards, after the program is over, these bronze items will be placed in the Carver Museum for our future enjoyment.
And ribbon cutting is Wednesday.
Wednesday, 1 o'clock.
At 1 o'clock for the museum, absolutely.
Hey, Robert, everybody always talks about Carver's football team. I remember many years ago, I think it was William Coates or Bill Coates that was a city employee. He was the drum major of the band over there.
Absolutely.
Back in those, they carried those big batons.
Right.
And that was one good band back in those days.
Oh, wait a minute, that was a good football team too. I played football during that time.
That was one good band. That William could take control of
Did you
that
win the
band.
game?
Johnny, we were proud of our team, and we had some good teams back in those days. But Druid High School from Tuscaloosa, tear us up every year. And Parker High School in Birmingham used to just whip us all up and down the street
We'll be
after
here
the
all
football game.
afternoon, we're gonna reminisce.
We got time.
Those were good days.
I remember when they used to play Emma Sampson during the daytime. That's when the football games were during the day.
That's it.
I played them in Sanson.
Was it during the day?
No, it was at night.
Oh, okay.
In Murphy Stadium.
All right.
There is a lot of activities going on, and we do have a lot of people. First Friday will be great, the fireworks and the band, all the things going on at Carver, and the museum is a new 2,500-foot section to have more memorabilia and things that they want put over there to honor people in the classes in the school that used to be there. And I think I might have told y'all this, when I was 15, I worked on that gym floor with Walnut Floor Company.
Yep.
And that's why it's still down today.
That's right, the section that's not down anymore.
Child labor, what'd you make?
But also we've put a new roof on the gym. It was past due, and I think we did the heat and cooling. We did the heat and cooling on the new part of the museum, plus the gym heat and cooling. So
What did you make back then?
huh?
What did you make, what was the minimum wage back then?
I think I got paid about 50 cents an hour or something like that. That's about
And that sounds about right. I started at 25 cents an hour.
That's a big buck, man. It was up to 65 cents an hour by the time I got
Yeah.
That's
You're a
big bucks.
young man.
So anyway, but we're hoping everybody will enjoy this week and be careful and have a good time.
Yeah. I'd like to say again, I think, Mayor, that you did a great job of turning this business over here into the precinct and the court. It really is nice, and I know the people of East Gadsden appreciate it.
Yes.
But I did want to point out too, I probably should have said this a little more, Shane and Chad were real instrumental. Of course, you know, when you need something done, you tell these people to hop on the computer and do it in just about 2 minutes. That's a big help, because my knowledge of computers is not very good. And I'm really not interested in learning too much at this age. But they did a lot of work and stayed on top of things, and we appreciate the job they did.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Beautiful job.
Good thing for the point.
Okay, if there's not anything else,
Mr. Garbage, the garbage schedule change.
Closure. Let me do it.
what,
Yeah.
The city garbage. The city of Gadsden will be closed Friday, this Friday for the 4th of July. Monday's garbage will be picked on regular schedule. Tuesday, July the 1st will be regular schedule. Wednesday, July the 2nd, that will be when Thursday's route is collected. Thursday, July the 4th, that will be when
Third.
Friday's collected. Friday's route is collected. Thursday, July the 3rd will be when Friday's route is collected. 4th of July, we will be closed to observe the 4th of July holidays. If you have any questions or concerns, you can call 549-4703 and ask for Howell Matthews.
Call Johnny.
okay,
All right, that's it.
this meeting's adjourned.